Howdy folks, Nathan Adlin here with the Fastlane Truck, and I'm with
Andre Smirnov.
And we have something very special for you. We have the 3 top big, beefy, heavy-duty trucks coming from the big 3, and we're going to put them on a dyno.
Yep, we have the 2017 Ram Cummins heavy-duty 1-ton, the all-new Ford F-350 with the Power Stroke diesel, and of course the 2017 Chevy with a brand-new 6.6-liter Duramax, and I've always wanted to do this. How much power are these trucks putting down to the ground?
We're about to find out because we're at ATS Diesel Performance, and we're going to put them on the dyno, and that's coming up next. All right, so this is the first truck amongst the 3 that we're putting together on the dyno, and this is the 2017 Ram 3500.
This is the engine we all know really well. This is a 6.7-liter Cummins straight 6. This one produces 385 horsepower and 900 pound-feet of torque. The torque comes in, Ram tells us, around 1700 RPM. But this is why we're here. We want to know exactly what these engines do on the dyno and where the torque actually comes up.
Now, the dyno is a Mustang dyno, and the whole point is that that's known as kind of a heartbreaker because they tend to measure, first of all, at the wheels, not the crank, and also the numbers are never quite what they are from the factory, so we should be getting some interesting results from all 3 trucks. We're about a mile above sea level here, so it's going to be a different number.
So let's run the Cummins and see how she does. Huge thanks to Devin for providing his expertise and helping us out. He's making 3 runs in each truck in 4th gear, and the dyno correction factor is 1.247. And what's the weather correction factor? What is that doing?
It's calculating based on pressure, humidity, where we're at as far as elevation.
Temperature?
Temperature is a factor as well.
Devin did 3 pulls, and the best pull was the second run with a heavy tip-in. And this number is a real-world Mustang dyno.
Okay.
338 horsepower and 828 pound-feet of torque.
828, supposed to be 900.
Yes. This is the real world, dude.
Well, the Mustang dyno is known as a heartbreaker, and now you know why.
And now I really want to know how the Ford and Chevy compare on the same dyno.
It's going to be interesting.
ATS Diesel produces very cool performance parts for all kinds of diesel pickup trucks. Roman spoke with Clint to learn all the latest details.
Yeah, tell me what you do. So,
I'll tell you, we really started out doing trannies, years ago in '93.
Yeah.
So I've been around for about 25 years, and today, we do pretty much every aspect of light-duty diesel performance: turbochargers, a lot of emissions on, torque converters, trannies, manifolds. So everything that makes the diesel run more efficiently. It's a new turbo wheel they've been working on. That this is kind of it really was come from the 5000 series, which is our big turbos. But as we start working on efficiencies and paying attention to airflow and just making little tweaks, this is essentially what we came up with, which has a low drag wheel. Of course, the extended tip that's been around for a while, and very sleek design. So your mass is low, which means that you can spin it up quickly, and then you flow that into something like our new compressor housings, which this is our older style comp housing, so you see a lot of turbulence, that you'll pick up around, which is that's conventional, right, with any turbocharger. All of our new stuff, everything has a velocity stack built into it. So just like the old days of the hot rodder, of the old 60s guys where they having velocity stacks, the same technology. So we've cast the entire compressor housing with our new wheel, so you get much better airflow into the wheel.
Yeah, you can see it's much cleaner.
Okay, now on to the brand new Ford F-350 for 2017. What's new about it?
Well, the truck is all new. It's got new frame, new body, new everything, but this 6.7-liter V8 Power Stroke, Ford came out with this architecture in 2015,
right,
with the new turbocharger, the new fuel system, and then they tweaked it a little bit for 2017 to boost torque in a major way. 925 pound-feet of torque.
That's
They're
class leading, isn't it?
class leading claim, and 440 horsepower. Of course, it's the 6-speed automatic transmission made by Ford.
Right.
So can it beat the Ram on the dyno?
We're about to find out.
Are you ready for this?
All right, give it to me.
All right, so we did the Ram, right?
Right.
We got those numbers. Now this is the Ford's turn, and they're claiming 440 horsepower at the crank and 925 class leading torque. And the number we got, 387.5 horsepower, 806.8.
806?
Yes, which is 20 less than the Ram. So according to this dyno, this is the same day, same dyno, same driver, the Ford is making a little bit less torque than the Ram.
Did not expect that. I guess it's onto the Chevy?
You not only built turbochargers, but you saw them, you install them. But how hard are these to install? Is it a difficult thing? Can
It's
somebody do
cake.
it? Yeah?
It's, well, the nice thing about just about everything we do is castings, right? So we build the CAD model, then we build our tooling, we make a casting, then the casting goes in our machines upstairs, and the same tool path is run. So when you get a part, it's exactly the same every single time. And because it's always the exact same part, it fits directly into these tight little spaces, you know, that the manufacturers don't give us, right, to put these
There's no
turbochargers.
room.
So everything, the complete kit comes with a nice cast manifold, the turbocharger, the coolant reservoir, the AC lines, kind of everything you need. So, you know, when you open the box, you read the instructions, you pull out the fender well, you take out the exhaust piece, you add ours, you bolt it up, hook up the brackets, you load the program, and you take your truck literally from 400 horsepower to 600 plus horsepower.
How about
and
torque? How much torque are you getting?
Torque is about 1400.
Wow.
So it's huge.
All right, it all comes down to this. This is the Duramax 6.6 liter diesel that's inside of the 2017 Chevrolet Silverado 3500 HD.
Yep, this is our last dually of the day, and I'm excited for this. We had some surprises today, but this engine is 90% all new, according to Chevrolet. I mean, they touched the, you know, the crankshaft, the pistons, everything. New turbo, they repositioned it. 445 horsepower, they claim, which is class leading.
Yep.
And 910 pound-feet of torque.
Which isn't class leading, but it's second place amongst the 3 trucks that we're testing.
Right.
So the nefarious hood scoop, that's really part of the whole story, because so far people who work here have been coming up to look at this truck more than any other because of the hood scoop.
Yep, it draws air from up above. There's a water separator, you can drain water, and it dumps air right here.
And it also draws truck enthusiasts as well. All right, let's get to it.
So there's Chevrolet 2017 Duramax, 337 horsepower at 2400 RPM and 771 pound-feet of torque at about 2200 RPM.
Bruh, what?
Yes, it almost the same horsepower as the Ram
Yeah.
and the lowest torque number of the 3.
Yeah, there was a guy here who was pulling basically the Max. He was pulling hay up from Steamboat to here.
Oh, it's probably Eric, yeah. Good customer of ours.
He said he had one of your systems in there, and you know, he's pulling 30,000 pounds, which is the max on that Cummins. And
Yeah.
he said he's going 70 miles an hour up that hike grade. You know, that's incredible.
Right. It's nuts. Well, he puts 30,000 pounds in his truck, and he doesn't let off the throttle. And if it breaks, then he calls us. So he's like, that's our perfect kind of customer, because that's the real world, right? So, for instance, his truck, you know, wouldn't go 35 miles per hour up the hill without just getting hot.
It wouldn't, no.
Right? So once we get all the system on there, and remember, he's fully emissions on.
Yeah.
It's 100% emissions on. I mean, it's insane. And he drives this thing up the hill and goes to Steamboat, you know, every day, pulling hay. And it's, you know, runs a speed limit.
My mind is blown. I did not expect those results.
Yeah, it's a funny thing because the dyno in some ways, well, it's more of an art than a science.
Yep, and thanks to our friends at ATS Diesel Performance for helping us out today.
That was tremendous, and this is a hell of a place to take your vehicle. And in the future, stay tuned to TFLtruck.com for more news, views, real-world reviews, and a lot of testing.
Yep, a lot with these dualies and half tons and midsize and old trucks.
See you next time.